we're just hours away now from the college football playoffs, so I have to get this video out. Here is my bracket. I filled it out. Gonna go quick. It's late. Here we go. I have stated in previous videos my preview and prediction for the first round games. I stated that Tennessee would beat Ohio State in Columbus. Notre Dame will beat Indiana. Penn State will lose to SMU in Happy Valley. And Texas will beat Clemson. You can go check all 4 of those videos out on my channel. All right. The quarterfinal will look like this. First of all, 4 Big Ten teams made this playoff versus 3 SEC teams, and they're all butthurt about that. The SEC is. It's going to be interesting how this goes forward, which ones are going to win. This is my playoff bracket and prediction here in this video. All right. The quarterfinal will look like this. After them results in the first round, only 1 Big Ten team will remain, and that is number 1, Oregon. 3 SEC teams will remain. Oregon is going to play one of those SEC teams in the quarterfinal, and that is the 9 seed Tennessee in the Rose Bowl. Listen, Tennessee's going to pull out all stops to beat Ohio State. Oregon only had the 1-point victory over Ohio State, so this is going to be a fun matchup, and all these are hard to predict, but I'm trying to go quick here for all of you. I have Oregon win this game. I think they're the most complete team in the nation, so they're going to slide right into the national title. So forewarning, but Tennessee, man, beating Ohio State is going to be something at their house, and it's going to take a lot. And now they have to play Oregon in the Rose Bowl, and Oregon is back there now again, except for in a different conference, the Big Ten instead of the Pac-12, and a different circumstance. So Oregon's going to win that game in the quarterfinal. Number 2, Georgia is going to play number 7, Notre Dame in the Sugar Bowl. Listen, Georgia lost Carson Beck, but the rest of the team is elite. I think Gunnar Stockton is capable enough to beat Notre Dame and stop Riley Leonard and that rushing attack. But, Notre Dame and that Sugar Bowl in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, basically a home game for Georgia. I think Georgia wins that game. So we'll move on to the 3 versus 11 matchup because, as I said, I think SMU beats Penn State. So number 3, Boise State is playing SMU in the Peach Bowl. And that's good news for Boise State because I think they win that game. They have the better lines of scrimmage than SMU. They have the better running back. The Heisman could have been winner, should have been winner, in my opinion. And Maddox, their quarterback, they got weapons. Boise State has been slept on this whole season. People think they don't deserve the 3 seed, but I think they're going to make it to the semifinal, the Final Four, with a victory over SMU. All right, number 4, Arizona State is playing number 5, Texas, in the Fiesta Bowl because Texas beat Clemson. Arizona State, listen, I like Scadaboo, but it's a good, heartwarming story. Arizona State picked last in the league, and now they won the conference and are playing Texas, one of them 3 SEC teams that are in this quarterfinal. Texas is too much. Better lines of scrimmage. If Sark can get the offense going in this game, which I think he will, this is going to be no contest in the Fiesta Bowl. All right, so that leaves the semifinal. And still, 1 Big Ten team remains versus 2 SEC teams. Oregon is going to play one of those SEC teams again. And number 1 Oregon versus number 5 Texas is going to win this game. I trust Texas enough to beat Clemson and Arizona State in this playoff. But if they get by them, that's great. But Oregon is a different animal in this playoff. They're the most complete team. They're just built the right way. Quarterback, offensive line first. Quarterback, they're deep as hell in offensive line. They could lose a couple guys in these playoffs and still have a great offensive line. I like Dan Lanning knows what he is doing. So they're going to beat Texas to make it to the national championship game. The other semifinal is going to be number 2, Georgia versus number 3, Boise State in the Cotton Bowl. Oregon's going to beat Texas in the Orange Bowl in the semifinal. Georgia will shut down Genty probably and put the ball in Maddox's hands. It's going to be on his shoulders to win this game. Do just enough versus Georgia. But the young Gunnar Stockton is young and unproven. Yeah, he beat Texas at the end of that SEC championship game. And, that's great for him. But has he played a full game yet? No. What happens if pressure gets to him? We'll see. I think he has to be great as well. I think Boise State has the defense to not get demolished by Georgia physically. And Stockton will make some mistakes in this game. Maddox will not. Upset. Big upset in the playoff. Boise State beats Georgia in the semifinal, which would make a rematch, of 2 West Coast teams. Boise State lost to Oregon in week 1 by 3 points at Oregon and Autzen Stadium. The national championship still has 1 Big Ten team remaining versus 1 Mountain West team. Number 1 Oregon, number 3 Boise State. But like I said, Oregon is just the most complete team in the nation. There's a reason they haven't lost a game yet. Reminiscent of Michigan last year when they went undefeated. I think Oregon goes 16-0 though, stepping Michigan up by 1 game because of the expanded playoff. But 2 Big Ten champions in the last 2 years. Let's go. A second Big Ten champion is going to win the national champion this season. And it's going to be Oregon, a newcomer. Hey, they're great. Thanks, everybody. That's my picks. Got Oregon and Boise State in the final. What does your bracket look like? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks, everybody. Like, share, subscribe, and have a great day out there. And go Blue. Beat Bama on New Year's Eve. Let's go.